Welcome to the YouTube channel Just Information. I hope you all are fine. Today we will learn class 8 physics chapter magnetism, and this is part 1. So as this is new chapter, we will learn many new things in this. So, the first topic that we are going to start is historic TID bits. Historic tidbits. Historic tidbits. So first is how the name magnet originated. Around 120 AD, near Magnesia in Asia Minor, an ore of iron Fe3O4 was found in abundance. This ore of iron, which was found attracting small pieces of iron, was called magnetite. Hence, the name magnet was given to the pieces that exhibited this property. In all probability, natural magnets after their discovery were items of curiosity and novelty. In the hands of trickster, they acted as magical wand to hoodwink gullible people. But the earliest known productive use of a magnet was a navigational tool to know one's position and direction on the high seas. Magnets, the leading stones. Next topic is magnets, the leading stones. When a few centimeters length of natural magnetite is suspended freely, it aligns itself along the north-south direction, which means it has a directional property. This property of a magnet was used by the Chinese and the Europeans on ships as a navigational aid from the 11th century onwards. This magnetic substance is called lodestone or leading stone. Now we will read a story on the discovery of magnets. So let's start. First of all, imagine that you are shepherd boy in 120 AD and you belong to a place called Magnesia, which was then known as Asia Minor. It is a bright sunny day. When you wake up, you realize that the summer heat has dried up the green grass. Today you have planned to take your ship to a new grazing ground far away from your village. Tending ship is a tough job on any given day. But it is much more so today because the sun is hitting down mercilessly on you. This sunny morning you are alone in that mountain region with only grazing sheep as your company, and you find a big tree on a little hillock to rest. The thick shade appears most inviting, and you begin to walk in that direction. Your walk is slightly different because of your new shoes. It was only a week before that you got the soles riveted with iron horse shoes. You comfort yourself by thinking that in a few days you will get used to them. Moreover, nobody has this kind of shoes in your village. With this frame of mind, you start for the hill. The brownish black color of the hill is in total contrast to the green shady tree you want to rest under. Slowly you get close to the hill. Even as you are putting your foot down, you feel something strange. Without warning, the ground just seems to pull your leg and hold your foot down. It takes some extra effort on your part to lift your leg and put another step forward. You stay firmly rooted to the ground with both your feet. You are unable to move. You try to turn and flee, but your shoes seem to be stuck to the rock. You are scared. You fear that the hills are haunted and some evil spirit would make a nice meal out of you. In panic, you try to remove your feet from the shoes. They come out easily. Hesitatingly, you put your bare foot on the ground. There is no sudden pull this time. Your walk feels normal once again. Without thinking about anything, you make a dash for Magnesia, your village. The rest, as they say, is history. That is how you happen to chance upon the phenomenon of magnetism and ended as the hero of the story. I hope you've understood till this. Now let's move towards the magnets. Magnets. So first we'll learn history of magnets. The attracting property of magnets was known to the Greeks from ancient times. During 800 BC, the Greeks discovered a naturally occurring rock which can attract iron in the town of Magnesia. Thus, the rock was called magnetite. The thin strips of magnetite always align themselves in a particular direction when they are freely suspended in air. Due to this property, they are called leading stone or leadstone. Now, introduction. Introduction of magnets. In later centuries, it was found that magnetite, mainly composed of oxides of iron Fe3O4, the rocks from the ore are named as magnets. As they occur naturally, they are called natural magnets. The study of the properties of magnets was done by an English doctor named William Gilbert. William Gilbert. First of all, a magnet attracts materials like iron and aligns in a particular direction when suspended freely. I hope you've understood till this. I hope you've understood these all topics of part 1. In part 2, we will learn classification of materials, curves for attraction of magnets, we'll learn magnetic force, we'll learn some terms and properties of magnets. Then we will learn mariner's compass, then properties of a magnet and summary. But I hope you have understood the whole topic till this. For any queries and doubt, you can join the Telegram link given in the description of this video. Like, this is the foundation of class 8th. We have covered the foundation of class 7th too. The links are given in the description. Please go and check through it. I hope you have understood till this. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in part 2 with new information. Thank you.